All right. So for this tier list, we're gonna be going over. Let's start with S top five. Basically, we'll limit that to five. Happy Chaos. Personally, I'd put Nago. No, there. Um, Ram, Happy Chaos, Leo, Kai. Top five. For me personally, this is a personal opinion, guys. Remember that. Next we have like top 10, I guess. These guys. So Soul, Bike, and May, Geo. Actually, I'll put Zato right here because he would be top 5 if he wasn't such a execution heavy character. Top 15, I would probably say Testament, Eno, Chip, Jacko. Actually, you know what? Go Lewis. There. And then last but not least, we have last 5 in the game. Now, this is my tier list. These everything but the top 5, I think you could switch around with reasonable, except like the best 5 in the game are my like best 5. I think they're in order, but I think everyone else, like within their respective tier, is like within, like you could swap them and I wouldn't argue with you. And I'll go over them right now. So Nago, he's got fast full screen normals, and his special into specials is kind of ridiculous. It's kind of strong. Ram, full screen, not as fast, but full screen normals. Her corner pressure is obnoxious, and she's really easy to use. Also, going back to Nago, his blood gauge is a non-existent issue. He's just an objectively better Sin, in basically every way, and so he's best in game. Happy Chaos, he requires a little bit of execution, but not too much to make him unplayable. I think if you spent like a month playing him an hour every day just practicing the like execution, I think you could do just fine. No issues whatsoever. Leo, he does everything in the game, and he does it better than some characters. Like, some options that he has are just better than other characters, and that's just obnoxious. Kai, he was already like high mid tier before, but with everything being disjointed, he has really fast buttons and all of this stuff. Like, all his options just got really strong this season. So I think that's where he belongs. Zato, again, would be top 5. I'll actually put him here, just because he's limited by his execution. I think if he was any easier, he would be obnoxious, and I think he could be top contender for best 3. But I'm just in a realistic sense, he's just really hard to play. Soul can convert off of anything for the most part. There's like a few things he can't convert off of, but just for the most part, hit you once, he can convert for a full like 40% at least, and just is really aggressive and strong in your face. Really good strike throw, probably the best strike throw in the game. Second only closest to it is Geo, in my opinion. Viking, I would say she would be better, but I think a lot of her stuff just gets stuffed on recovery. Her recovery is really high, I think. Otherwise, if it was any faster, I think she would be top 5 for sure. But her stuff is risky, or can be risky depending on how you use it. But I think she just doesn't. She's not as obnoxious as the top 5, in my opinion. Mei, I would probably honestly put Mei here, just because everything is a literal disjoint, fast, hits like a truck, and just can zone you out and loves to be in your face. Just a really oppressive character. Game says she's balanced, but the game's also lying to you. So that's my take on it. Goldlewis, he is a monster. His drone, his skip neutral button is amazing this time. Really strong. His chip is obnoxious. His jump dust is obnoxious. He's just really strong this patch. Everything he did have is better now. So I think he's just he went up. I could see somebody putting him in top 6. That, like, all these characters in A tier, I could see them being in top 6, and I wouldn't disagree with you. For B, I have Geo, just because she has really good buttons. Her strike throw game is basically her bread and butter, and she can just throw those throw loops that she can get you in is just really oppressive when she gets in your head. I'll look at your list later, sir. Testament, I think he's just a worse Ram, which is unfortunate because he actually has a really unique, cool game plan, but it's just a more complicated, less optimal Ram, and that's just all there really is to say about it. Ino is really cool. I like her high-low mix-up. Her 50-50s are strong. She's really fun to play. I just think she doesn't have like as much broken stuff as the rest of the cast above her. Chip, he's fast. He opens you up. He's got really cool, good buttons that he just opens you up over and over, but you touch him and he's dead, and that's just what really holds him back. But that's like just kind of part of the balance because of how fast he is and everything. Jacko, I honestly would put higher probably, because with the new season, she's just so good. I just haven't played against any Jackos recently, so I could just be wrong. But I think that she's like right here. I don't think I could not in good confidence say she's top 6, so I will not be putting her in A tier. And that's basically what made A tier for me. And C tier, Millia, she's basically Chip. I think she's better than Chip in some ways, but in a lot of ways she's just not as good because she requires the knockdown. Her combos can be very character specific, and so she's just very limiting in that sense. Faust, he's a character now, so that puts him up here. That just I don't know much about what changed, but he's really strong right now compared to before. Axel, it's Axel, I'm sorry, I don't know what to say. And Pot, everyone got sped up and power crept. He kinda didn't go up much from my perspective. I don't think enough changed or much changed compared to before. So I think he just kind of stayed behind in that regard. And then Anji, my poor boy Anji. I feel so bad for this man. I love his changes. I think he's in a much better spot than he was before. But it doesn't change that everyone else got steroids and he got a Red Bull. You know? Like they're playing Major League, he's playing T-ball. So I don't know what else to say about that. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. Tell me where you think I should put things, different characters, and blah blah blah. And I will see you guys next time.